Hello everyone, this is Vicky Stitchnbutton, and today is Wednesday, April 30th. This is Flosstube 181, and I have some stuff to show. I wasn't sure how much I was going to get done as far as stitching goes, but I got some done. I did 5 FFOs. My dog just moaned. Did 5 FFOs for someone, and I have one more that I'm going to do and then ship that off to her. And apparently May I'm going to do at least 2 FFOs according to WhipGo. So there we go. I have a finish, I have a start, I have whips, I have some stuff that I got in the mail, and I went to Joann's one more time to see if they had even better sales. And every store is different, so you just have to check yours, because my store is only going down as far as 50% on some things, 60% on stuff that nobody wants. Mostly it's 40%. So I did get some fabrics for inside, fabrics for bags. I didn't find anything that I felt like I needed to get at the 40% price as far as that goes. And then the yarn, which is very picked over, and then they get in shipments all the time. Mine apparently is not getting in as many shipments as others, and they're not having the sales that others are. I'm hearing that some people are going to their Joann's, and the whole bolt is like $5 type thing, and things are 60-75% off. I guess you just got to check in your area. Mine apparently wants to charge as much as possible for as long as possible. I did pick up, I picked up 3 of these. Now, this is the Granny Square yarn, and it will make the squares exactly like that, all with 1 strand, if you do it in the right gauge. And I have one of these in a blue colorway, and I think I showed it, but this is the other colorway. So I like this, and then I have the black to go around, so you'll do so many of these and then so many of the black. There were 2 colorways that I liked. There was this one, and then there was one with neon, but I ended up picking this one because it has that 80s vibe to it. Look at that. Definitely 80s vibe. It's called Black Rad Party Noir. Yeah, Black Rad Party. But it just reminds me of 80s. I don't think I want to do the black squares, though, to match up with it. I think I want to find aqua. If I can find aqua, which is not going to be anytime soon right now. I just wanted to get this. If I can find aqua, I'll do the coordinating color in aqua. If not, I'll just probably pick the black. I'm definitely not going to do it all hot pink, although I like that. And I'm not crazy about the sort of rusty, antique-y looking yellow. The purple's good, but I don't know if the purple would look as good as something brighter. Anyway, so I know from buying my last set from Yarn Inspirations that I need at least 3 of these, so I bought 3, and I think they were $9.49 a piece, and then they were marked down, so I got them for $3 something a piece. So I thought that was a good deal, because I know sometimes you can get them for $2.99, but that's a decent price. So I got the 3 of those, and then I'll find coordinating later. What else? That's it for that right now. I did do some crochet. Oh, let's just get the crochet out of the way then, because I did work on this monstrosity, by the way. I had told you before that they don't make this color anymore, and I thought I was going to find another color coordinate. I didn't like it. It was too thin and scratchy. It's made in it's not made in the US anymore. It's made in India, and some of this stuff from India, I'm not saying it's all from India. It's not that it's the quality that they are contracting out to, but the quality they're contracting out for the multicolor is not as good as the solid colors for some reason. I don't know why. And I have now decided I'm not going to look for another color that may be close to this or not, or that I like, that I am going to make it more like a ran out of toner type situation, where I just finished off the rest of what I had here, and I'm just going to finish the blanket all on the Aran Fleck. So I'm not too angry about that. That's fine. It's only going on my bed. It's not a big deal. I don't have Better Homes and Gardens going on in this house, trust me. So I am actually at the point, I went and remeasured it again on the bed. I am at the point where once I finish off the row and a half, I think it's a row and a half. No, it's a half row in the Aran fleck, which finishes off the 5 rows, because I was doing 5 rows each. So it'll finish off that 5 rows. Then I will start the official, this block, and when I do that, I'm going to do 3. On the 3rd one, I'm going to start the decrease, and I'm just going to make it square instead of rectangular, because it'll fit my bed just fine. So that's my plan. So I'll be on the decrease in another row or so. There. I did not get all of April's challenges done. You know, I have those plans for April. Let's go over that real quick, and then I can show you the progress. Okay, so for Whip Go, I was supposed to do Dragon and Fairy. I did that. I'll show you that. And Maurice, 300 each. I have not worked on Maurice, but he is on the Nerge, so I plan on it. I got all 5 categories done. I was not planning on doing the categories, but I was in a funk. I just wanted to stitch on what I wanted to stitch on. So what I ended up wanting to stitch on, I was able to fit into the categories. So technically I finished all the categories. I just didn't finish all of my challenges the way I wanted. I worked on Put a Bird on it. I will show you that. I did not work on Animal Magnetism. It is still in the Nerge. I got to work on it. I don't know. I'm having a mental block with it. And I didn't do my 12 days of Christmas sale, which I'm doing. I had split it up. But this is the month where I gave myself 2 months to finish it. So let's hope that I can kick myself into gear and just do the whole month, right? I also didn't get as much done on Put a Bird on it as I wanted to, but it's okay. I got some done, and then I also made a change in it, which I will show you. So let's get on to the finish. So I was watching Amy from Amy Loves Toads, and she finished Bobbin, and he looks really cute, and she even like stuffed him and everything. And she's going to put them on the spool that I sent her. I also have, obviously I have more, I have another spool. So I dug out my spool, and when I was at Joann's, no, they didn't have any. So that's another thing. I went over to Michael's. You should be proud of me. I left Michael's and I had spent under $20, which is astronomically wonderful. So, but I did buy this with the thoughts of I want to wrap this around like it's string on a spool, right? And then pull the end through his needle. But I needed something like a pearl cotton that was thicker, so you can actually see it, and for scale, right? This is better for scale. So I went with a 5. I figured 5 was good. I think that's about as thick as you can get without going into yarn anyway. And I just like this color, this rustic color. So I'm going to wrap this around for the most part, and then the string I'm going to leave out and thread through his needle, because he's done. I did not FFO him though, but I will this month. That's my plan. So here he is. I also decided not to do the berries because I don't know when or if I will do the bowl of berries. So why give him berries if it's not going to go with it, right? So we're going to set him up just on the spool, and I've already been trying to think of how I wanted to get him set up. I did not use all of the called for threads. I didn't have them all. I pulled what I had, and then I just sort of subbed in what I had on hand. And I had the fabric on hand, so it was like Stitch from Stash at that point. And my pinks were this clover color, and basically I fussy cut to get the dark pink where it needed to be and the light pink where it needed to be. And I'm happy with the results. I did also use, I used a Krynic, and I don't remember which one I grabbed, but it's a Krynic number 4 braid for his needle to give him a little bit of sparkle and make it more the cut, because they wanted it to be in mascara, I think, or black. I didn't want him to have a black needle. I wanted him to have a metal needle. So that's what I did. And I will pull that thread through the eye of the needle there once I do all my finishing. In thinking about finishing, I'm trying to think of how to mount him now. I could just make him puffy and sort of glue him on top, but I fear that he'll probably fall one way or another. So I think I might get, I don't have a dowel that's going to fit in here, but I think I have some chopsticks. So I could just glue a chopstick in there and skewer him on, right? put a little glue and skewer him on. That way he'll stay on there. So we will see in 2 weeks what it looks like. I'm going to put all this in this bag, and I already picked out the fabric to put on the back. It's in this bag that I made. Okay, I put my basket over here. So I'm not sure what I'm going to do with this chart just yet. I don't know if I want to hold on to it for the basket design because I was thinking about that, or if I'll give it away or whatever. We'll figure it out. I also have a new finish. I mean, a new start. So I decided to start. It's been nagging me, and I wanted to start this raven with full moon. Now there's a couple of different ravens that Pana X Stitch had. Pandora X Stitch has on their Etsy site. There's the information there. Pandora X Stitch. There are a few different ravens with a moon. I chose this one. I like it. I also decided not to put it on 25 count because I have a lot on 25 count. This piece is $2.99 by $2.95. So I did the measurements, and if I put it on 16 count, I would need a piece that was 25 by 25, and that would give me 3 inches all the way around anyway. And I figured that wasn't too overly large for a full coverage, and that's what I went with. I ordered my Ada from Rita Renee on Facebook, and because it's very reasonably priced, and I went with a gray. She had gray, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to get that 16 count gray. I went with 16 count. I went with the gray because it's a darker toned piece, and that way the blaring white wouldn't show through too much. This is how far I got. I did a whole 301 stitches, and there's only like 57,000 black stitches left to go. I put that needle minder on there. It says it says the Hot Mess Express. That's another thing. I did go get my eyes done, guys. So I do need, well, I could have got bifocals. I'm not doing it because I don't wear glasses all the time. I need glasses for far away seeing. I need glasses for close up. For mid-range, I am good. So I don't need to wear glasses all the time, and I won't. So why pay for the extra? I am buying a new pair of faraway glasses. Those are what I call my driving glasses. I only use those for when I'm driving or going to the movies. I never go to the movies. But, you know, to see far away. And most of the time, even when I'm driving during the day, I don't need them. If I know where I'm going, I don't need to. I'm not a seeing eye dog when it comes to driving. I just wouldn't be able to read the street signs. If I didn't know where I was going, I would need to put on the glasses to be able to read the details. It's fine, guys. Trust me. I can see the big giant car in front of me. And then some. Anyway. So, I did order glasses. Frank and I both went. And I didn't have to get my eyes dilated. It's been so long since I had my eyes done. Over 11 years now. And that they have a new thing. New to me. I'm sure people that wear glasses know about this. But they don't have to dilate your eyes. They can actually take your picture. And I don't have insurance, so I paid up front. My doctor was $85, and then it was an extra $25 to not get my eyes dilated. So I paid it. It was worth it because it really hurts my eyes pretty bad. My eyes are pretty sensitive like that. And plus, with us not being dilated, we got to go over to the coast yesterday, and we went to Joann's and Michael's, and we went and got food, and we found another store that we'd never been to that we like, and that's dangerous because we need to save our money. So we have bills to pay. I've got dentist and eyeglasses to pay, right? It's fine. It's fine. We actually found cushions for the front porch, which is crazy because I ended up buying a whole new set. It's got thin cushions. They're fine. But with our old set, we needed cushions. Could not find anything that was reasonably priced. This place has every cushion your cushion ever wanted to cushion ever. Matter of fact, I probably could have got arrested for assault because they had so many pillows, and I beat the hell out of Frank with them. He's like, I gotta get out of this section. Because you gotta have fun, right? So this is a start, and I gotta tell you, I really enjoyed stitching it, and I could have went even further, but I had things to do today. So I did not get any more done before the video. It's fine. By the way, if you like that and stuff like that, Pandora X Stitch has a lot of that, and it's very reasonably priced. They always have a sale. I think I get the pattern for less than $4. So I've even bought more. I don't know if I'll ever do them, and I know I showed them on the video, but I don't know if I'll do them. But at that price, I'm supporting them. I've got the patterns on hand, and I'm not out a ton of money. Like a paper pattern anymore, I don't know if you can get one under $8, $10, right? Now I gotta sneeze or something. Ah. Excuse me. Hang on. Okay. I think I'm better. Okay. So that was my new start. Now I have my whips. I also am going to, I picked some things out to do a giveaway for. These giveaways are going to be for US only. I will give away to outside the US, but you'd have to pay the shipping if you want them. I can't do it right now. I have this first one is from Primrose Cottage Stitches. It's Summer House. Very cute summer house. The keyword is summer. Then this Hinzite. This one's Freedom Flag. And the keyword, I wrote them down, so I got to double check myself, is freedom. And it comes with the little charm. I like the charm. So it comes with the little charm. Freedom. And then I have this drum, this cute prim drum, and it's called Let Freedom Ring drum. So the keyword for this one is going to be drum. And I know there's a theme there, right? Because 'tis the season. But I had this on top, and I figured, you know what? We'll throw it in. Maybe somebody wants it to finish it for fall. This one's called Pumpkin Patches, and it's from Full Circle Designs. This one has specialty stitches, a bunch of them, and it's really cute. And I thought about doing it, but then I decided I'm just not going to do it. Now, just to let you know, this does have a crease in it, and everything's highlighted in yellow, but you can read here. Whoever used this before highlighted that in yellow, but you can read it just fine. All right, so the keyword on this one is going to be patches. P-A-T-C-H-E-S, patches. So those are the 4 giveaway items. Let me put these over here for now. Now, what did I stitch on besides my raven? Besides my little black square? I ended up stitching on Aqua City. I decided, yes, I did want to work on a full coverage, and this is on 22 count, 1/1. It is a max color. It's Sierra Marchetti because I love his stuff, and it's charted by Heaven and Earth Designs. This one has 237 colors, so I did use that for, let's see, what was April? Bear with me, because I'm already bringing in May. More than 30 colors. That has more than 30 colors. I am still in the top left corner. I ended up doing 203 stitches. I did a prompt for like Jurassic. So I put in 203 stitches, and basically what I worked on was mostly over here and some of this fill-in over here. From what I understand, if I remember correctly, the page ends here. So that's the page, and the page ends here. So that's where I have to finish the page. I would like to get that done by the end of the year. I am not going to make any promises, but I'm happy with that. Oh, and that minder is available in my shop somewhere. So I did get some done, not a bunch. It is what it is. I get into spurts where I'm like, yeah, I really want to stitch on, and then I start stitching on. What I found on full coverages is I'll want to stitch on them, I go to stitch on them, and then I get to the point where I'm sitting there and I can't decide what color to do next or where I want to go with it. And that's a sure sign that I just don't want to stitch on it anymore for that sitting. And it goes. It's fine. All right. Another one that I ended up doing, I felt like working on Daughter of Africa. It's a Panna kit, and I changed out the fabric. This is when I put this through the Russian to English translation. It means daughter of Africa, it says. And I put this in for my fancy ladies because she has the potential to get finished this year. I ended up putting in, what, 602 stitches in January, and then I put another 402 stitches in just the other day. And I'm going to put this. And I did it for a prompt for Jurassic. So nice, easy stitching. I ended up finishing the blue. That's all the blue that goes there. I finished all the blue that's in here. And then I started filling in her dress. So I'm happy with that. I think she's looking great. I love the colors. This fabric is 32 count Scorched Rock from Fabric Flare. And, oh yeah, that needle minder is also available in my shop. So she got some loving. I am using their flosses, and I think, I'm almost positive that the fabric I chose is the same count as what they had or smaller. So there's that. I don't know if it tells me. I'm not seeing it right now, so I'm not going to look for it. Doesn't matter. I'll have enough floss for it. I made sure. Another one I ended up working on was my Whip Go piece, which is Dragon and Fairy, and that's by Joan Elliott. And there's a couple people working on this. I know Belinda, Aussie Stitcher, and Sarah, my Stitching Kingdom, started it for my birthday with me one year. And both of them have recently worked on theirs. So I decided to work on mine this month. And plus it was called for Whip Go. So I need to do 300 stitches on it. I am stitching mine on 32 count even weave. It's called Electric Wisps on blue. And it's from Fabric Flare. It was a My Fabric Party fabric. And this is how far I am. I ended up, not that you can see it if it's dancing, right? I ended up doing a total of 300 and some odd stitches. I filled in the rest of the wing. There was like a little bit up in here and then this, but I finished all the greens, I think, for the fairy wings. So I was happy with that progress. What I need to do is make an effort to put the back stitching in, because there's going to be a ton of back stitching, and there's a bunch in here with Krynic, by the way. And then I think the holes are beads, if I'm not mistaken. So I need to put in some of the back stitching. And so I'll probably do like I did with Maurice, do some back stitching, do some regular stitching. And that needle minder was given to me from Belinda. She had gifted me the chart also. Get in there. Matter of fact, Belinda and I were chatting, and we were both working on Joan Elliott, just two different ones. She wasn't working on this one at the time. I think she has her Dragon and Fairy in the same bag. Alright. I also worked on Vader, which was the older than 2 years. And that is, this one right here is from Stitchery on Etsy. I am stitching him on 36 count Vicky Clayton fabric, 1/2, and I'm just using the called for DMCs. And that's how far I've gotten. What I've actually worked on, how many stitches did I get in? 206, but that's fine. I put them all in here somewhere. I did blues. So from what I understand, all this up here is done, because I think I've been just working down. Now that I have it in Pattern Keeper, it's a lot easier. When I first started, it was just on paper, and it was getting to be a pain. But once I put it in Pattern Keeper, it makes it a little bit easier to keep it all together. So Vader got some work finally, because it's been a while. I might have stitched on him a little bit last year, but I didn't mark it down. And I only got 500 stitches in on him the year before, so put them in one of my Star Wars bags. Alright. Put a bird on it. This is a sale that I heard of from EJ, from Sunshine Stitchers. And they portioned it out so there was 12 blocks, so you have 13 months to finish it. That way you do a portion a month, and then you have a month to catch up if you need it. And we started in December, and I figured I should do at least 2 blocks for the most part. I say 2 blocks. I'm not doing the blocks. Sorry, I'm not doing the portions. I am doing motifs. There are 21 motifs in here, and I so far I've done like 2 motifs a month, so I was a little bit ahead, which is fine. But then I decided I wanted to tackle this one. They're calling it Big Blue. I'm calling it Lilac because that's the color that I chose. Originally I was using 21 different Vicky Clayton silks, and each motif got its own color silk. Well, in stitching this, I noticed the way it was broken up that these are individual plants. So those are getting that lighter lilac. And then there's these 4, and then that center medallion. So I haven't made the final decision on what the smaller little inner flowers are going to be. They're probably going to be the darker color. I went into my stash, and Vicky Clayton I ended up having 2. They're both Lilac Mist, mind you. The original is the lighter color, the Lilac Mist, but they have numbers with them. So the original Lilac Mist is $21.39. The darker one is, see, this is where I need my readers. By the way, I am going to stay with the cheaper readers. I didn't need to get prescription readers. I just need some regular ones. Lilac Mist, $21.43 is the darker one. So while it had the same number, they had different, the same name, they had different numbers. The darker, I'll show you. So the lighter color I worked on. And I got one of those flower stanchions done. And I started on the next one. So I figure I might as well go with something that matches with it. So now I have 22 different colors. All the other colors I've done on this, I just picked off the ring for the next color. But this one I made a concerted effort to sort of match that up since they're sort of intertwined. But I'm not mad about it. And it wasn't etched in stone, and it's my whip, and I'll do what I want to. That's the way I look at it. Tell me what to do. So I'm going to put this on here for right now for the next one. So what I've done is anything I haven't used is on here. And it's got, made it all bird themed. And then anything I have used is just on a plain little ring. So these are all the colors I've used so far. And I ended up putting in, I worked on it for 3 days. I put in 600 stitches. 3, 4, 5. Yeah. That was all of 600 stitches there. So I just need to chip away. I'd like to get that whole big one done by the end of May now, because that'll keep me pretty much on track of everything. Oh, and the fabric. The fabric is 32 count vintage Luna linen from Lakeside. And that is what I stitched. All right. I got some stuff in the mail. I have the fabric of the month from Atomic Ranch Fabrics. I'm getting that through Sammy J of Sammy J Stitches, and she has Tiny Hummingbird Stitchery. And this is, so I got a late package from her after the package I had just gotten. And this is the month of April. This is April's color. This one had some flecks on it. If you see the little flecks. So the other fabrics I really liked of theirs, but this one had flex, and I'm not gonna lie, I was a little disappointed with this one. So hopefully they don't do that with the rest of the colors. I mean, I've seen their fabric up close before, so I don't know what happened there. And then this was also in the package. I had ordered this. This was supposed to come with the last package, but it was taking forever for it to get. So I got this. Hey, Janet, do you have this one? I mean, I'd say I'd start it with you, but you probably just finish it real quick. But, I mean, it's one to have. I give Janet shade all the time because she's always finishing something. I mean, I'm impressed. It's just pure jealousy, but I figure I'd give her a hard time anyway. Because one should. Alright, I was on Zoom with Elizabeth. And she doesn't have a... Oh, gotta check that. Okay. She doesn't have a Flosstube, but she stitches a lot. And she works part-time for Sassy Jacks. She ended up being able to go to Asheville with them. And she was on virtual a few weeks ago. It's been a few weeks now. And she said, I asked her what she was working on. She said, I'm working on this cute little skunk. And I was like, oh, that's cute. Where'd you get that? She's like, oh, we got they had the kits at Market. And it's from Ink Circles. And we had them at Sassy Jacks. And I was like, really? She's like, yeah, they're only $25 a piece. I'm like, shut up, put me down. So when she went in, she got them together and sent them to me. And they ended up only being $24 a piece plus shipping. And it is the Colorful World Spotted Skunk and Striped Skunk. And it comes with all the stuff, guys. All the stuff to even finish it. The only thing you need is the stuffing and the needle and thread to sew it shut. So they are too cute. I love a good ink circle, so I ordered that. And when I got those in, I got these cool stickers. They sent me cool stickers. And then there's a card, which I'll just make into a floss drop. And then this pretty sizable sticker. Oh, I could put it on one of my water cups. All right. So I don't know when I'll start them, but they're really cute. And they work up. When I looked it up, I think it's only like this big, all in all, the stitching. So it would be cute starts and finishes. Something else I got in the mail. And I don't remember if I said anything about it, so I'm going to tell you again if I did. I ordered from Temu, and one of the things I got was some crochet hooks. Now, I only wanted the really large one, but it was really cheap to get a set like this. And I thought, for the price, it's no big deal. I'll take it. Now, my problem is I ended up having to get a refund because when I opened it up, every one of these hooks has a burr on it somewhere. Like this one has one, you see that? Right there. And the rest of them have it too, in different, they're all in different spots, and obviously that's where the mold was squeezed together and they did not polish it. There's one here, see that? So your yarn's gonna get stuck on it. Problem number one. Problem number two is this one's not so bad, but the section between the colored portion and the off-white portion, there's a space in some of it, and I could see that snagging when you're crocheting. So I really only wanted it for this big giant hook. But if I use it, what I'm going to have to do is actually file it down. I would have sent them back. They did not want me to send them back. But all of them have it. I will never use this stupid little hook. I'll probably throw it in for... Maybe I'll file them all down first, and then I can throw it into the giveaway pile for my thrift store. Somebody might need one, right? Or I can give it to my neighbor's a school teacher, so there's that too. Anyway, so I would not recommend getting this plastic hook set that looks anything like this. I know that there's other plastic hooks you could probably get at Michael's and stuff like that that are much better quality. It is really not worth the savings of the money for the aggravation. So you don't always get good buys. We know this, right? Another purchase, I caved. It's all Kate's fault. She's been showing me the Nostalgic Tarot cross stitch pattern. Now these are The tarot card patterns have been coming out from Witchy Stitcher. They are not brand new. Some of them are, this series is still running, right? So, but you can only get them on the Patreon right now. Well, the ones I've been looking at. So, of course, I had to go down the rabbit hole, and I joined the Patreon. It's only, I think I'm at the $5.50 a month, and I could do it for a couple months, and that's it. That's why I sort of did that. It's a good investment. You get a few different charts for the money. I got it because of this one. And I don't usually like the cutesy things with the little eyes and stuff on the big heads, but that is really cute. So I got that, and I signed up in time to also be able to get the sloth one, which I had already liked also. Now there's two versions. There's this one that she originally did, and apparently it looks phallic because 12, right? So she did this one too, where she moved the lava lamps up here and put it just a butterfly. So I don't know which one I'll stitch, but I do want to stitch one of those and the other one. And then another free one that I was able to get when I was on there for the Patreon was this cute one. I like her. I don't know what it is about it. Reminds me of Nightmare on Elm Street, maybe. Not in Nightmare Before Christmas, Nightmare on Elm Street. No, she does not have claws. Yeah, it just reminds me of, it's a Nightmare Before Christmas-esque to me, and I just like it. So I downloaded those, and I'll stay on for a month or two and see what happens, because you could always cancel and rejoin if you want. Right? Right. Then I got one more thing, one more package in the mail. This is from my friend Janice, and hi Janice. She's a cross-stitch mom, and she is in Alaska, and she used to do Flosstubes from what I understand, and she hasn't been doing them. Anyway, love Janice. She joins us on, I'm shaking the table, sorry. She joins us on Virtual Stitchers a lot, and even her grandson has joined us, and she had some fabric that she absolutely hated stitching on, and she's like, you want it? I was like, yeah, I'll take it, because it's Pictures Plus. It's 28 count. I think it's Nocturne, because she got it from 123 Stitch, and they didn't put the full name. But she sent it to me. It's a whole fat quarter, this Nocturne. And I picked out the stitches she had done. She had started in 2 different spots, and she was like, I just can't. So I got this, and then I thought she was just going to send that, but no, I guess she had a second Pictures Plus that she didn't want, and this one is 28 count also, and I think the color of this one is earthen or something close to that, so it's a good brown, right? And she also threw in, these are Lakeside linens, and they're Magnolia. One's 28 count, one's 32 count. So this one's a fat eighth, and that's a fat quarter. So thank you, Janice. I already messaged her, of course, and thanked her, so I can put that in my fabric hoard also. That's all I have that I've done. Now, plans. I told you Maurice is on here, so I need to do some stitching. Where am I at with him? He's not so much Maurice Van Gogh anymore, so I need to continue on with the ear and fill in up here into the antler. So ear and antler is where we're at. Oh, and that's another thing. I have to do all that back stitching, all that errant fur that goes around and around his nose and eyes and stuff. So back stitching and full stitching. I should get that done. I need to do 300 stitches. So if I do it tonight, that still stands for Whip Go, right? And it still stands towards at least 100 for the month. So that'll be 2 more goals done, and we'll go from there. Other goals I did put down for categories. We'll see what we can get done. Whip Go. I had, who did I have? It's right here. So number 5 was Laurel. She got to pick anything. And then number 19 was my daughter, and she got to pick a holiday or season. Plus, I have to do two FFOs. That's why I said I'm going to get FFOs done. Laurel picked Ugly Birds, and my daughter picked Potions and Spells. I'm not mad with either one of those, by the way. For categories, spring or fall. So I'm going to do Harvest Hunt. That is one from Buttercup. Number 2, New to You. I still have to stitch on my Philly Special somewhere. I haven't stitched on it since the Super Bowl, and that is the first time I've stitched on a Spooky and Steve design. So that's what I'm putting in for New to You. Samplers. I was kind of torn with this one on which one I wanted to really do, but I decided to pull out Seaworthy Sampler, because I'm keep on thinking, do I want to do... I still have the other sampler from Heartstring. What's it called? I forget. It's the one with all the pop culture references. Scary Sampler. So I decided to go Seaworthy Sampler this time. For geometric, I don't have like a Carolyn Manning type geometric, but I do have limited edition, and it's got a grid in it, and which are rectangulars, which are rectangle. Oh my goodness, guys, I need more coffee, right? So, and it needs to be done. It doesn't have that, I mean, it has a good amount of stitches but to get done, but it's feasible, right? And then my 5th one is nautical. Now, I know I'm doing Seaworthy Sampler. It doesn't matter, because I have more nautical patterns. I have Ship Concordia, which I'd like to get a good amount of progress on, and that's from Ronnie Rowe. Then I have my Animal Magnetism, my Maurice, and my Put a Bird on it. So those are my goals for May, because it's going to be May. I've already seen a bunch of those memes popping up, guys. May 4th, obviously, for May 4th, I do some of my pop culture things, and I do have my Yoda to do, so there's that. What else? Oh, I said, I don't know who this guy is. I know that's John Waters and my mom. I don't know who this guy is. Somebody had suggested, and I also thought about it, but I just didn't do it. I went on the Google thing, and I did a reverse search, and it's not coming up with anything either. Matter of fact, it didn't even come up with anything for John Waters. So I think it's just looking for exact replicas. It's not like I have a database like the law does. Anyway, so I still don't know who it is. It's fine. It's fine. I am still working on cleaning up and reorganizing. I got some special hooks to hold bags in my closet area. Use those. I got a hanging thing to hold sections of yarn. I put that together and filled that up. And then recently I got a cart, very cheap cart, not one of the bigger ones. Like it's like a slightly smaller version, but still metal version of the ones you see in Michael's and stuff, the little rolly carts. This one's smaller, and I'm looking over here because that's where it is. I had a small TV tray that I had my label printer, my thermal label printer on, and I kept on having to move it out to get into the cabinet that's over there. I put it together, and I put the labeler on there, and I was able to put stuff from a table in there and everything, and it's got the little buckets on the side, so that's kind of nice. And matter of fact, when I went to get the spool, it was so nice to be able to just go over there and roll it away and get in there and get my stuff and roll it back. So that's what I've done as far as that. I was supposed to start cutting bags this week. I ended up doing FFOs instead. I have one more FFO, and then I'm going to be cutting this batch of bags. And I already have some good fabrics for the next batch. So there's that. Those are all my plans. We will see you in 2 weeks, which is the 14th of May. And we'll see how much I was able to get done. I hope everyone's doing well. I'm looking. I did not tell you my fun fact, guys. And it's interesting, so I hope you're still here to hear it. I usually look up a fun fact for you guys before I record. This time it came upon me. I was watching How It's Made. Did you know? And it caught my ear because of the word coconut. They take coconut shells, they burn them down and make them into charcoal, activated charcoal, and they put them in the Brita water filters to filter your water in those Brita pitchers and mechanisms that you put on your sink. Amazing, right? I mean, you don't get a coconut taste, but it's amazing they do that. Problem is, I have a friend that is very allergic to coconut. And I let her know, and she said it clicks because sometimes when she drinks water out of filtered things, she doesn't feel great. Now, it's not going to put her in anaphylactic shock. It may for some people, I don't know. But she doesn't feel well. Whether it's coincidence or not, but just so you know that if you have those filters, like for your Keurig and stuff like that, the charcoal that's in there may be made from coconut. I don't know if there's a way to find the source of the charcoal or not, but there's information for you. That's it. I hope everyone's doing well. I have stepped away a lot. Not totally, but a lot from reading any kind of political posts on either side. It is very refreshing. I've been trying to post something cute, positive, refreshing on my Facebook page almost every day, just to clean up the wall, so to speak. And it makes me feel better. I'm just done with it all. I'm done with it all. I can't, for my own well-being, I can't think about it. And that's what I got. I hope everyone, again, is doing well. I hope you're getting your stitching in. And that's all I got. That's all I got. I'll see you in a couple weeks. Don't forget, don't let anyone steal your sunshine. You want to go out? Just sit. You ready to go out? You want to go out? Yes? Yes? Okay.